Hello and welcome. I am Tash and welcome to Tash Naturally Pilates. Today we have a booty Pilates session. So we will be working the 3 glute muscles as well as the hamstrings and parts of our inner thigh. Today you can do this completely equipment free, but I have decided to put some ankle weights on. I just feel like really spicing up the number today. So if you have ankle weights, feel free to pop them on. I have 1 kg, but you can definitely go lighter or heavier. Completely up to you. At the end of the day, this is your workout. We will be moving all the way around our mat today and we will be taking very little breaks. Okay, only because we are under some time constraint today, but listen to your body. If you need to take breaks, take breaks. And also make sure you've got a bottle of water with you to really hydrate. Okay, enough talking from me. Please do like, subscribe and comment just to show me some love. Otherwise, let's get stuck into it. So we're going to start on our backs today. I want you to roll all the way down. Your feet are hip width apart. Your heels are close to your glutes, but they're not touching, okay? Hands are rested on either side of you. Relax head, neck and shoulders. Inhale to prepare. On the exhale, you're going to tuck your pelvis under. You're going to start to lift each vertebrae up off of the mat, lifting the hips to the ceiling. Inhale at the top, squeeze your glutes, and then exhale as you start to paste your upper, your middle, and your lower spine back onto the mat and tuck your pelvis at the bottom. Repeat, tuck your pelvis under, start to lift your lower, your middle, your upper spine off of the mat. Inhale at the top, squeeze the glutes. Exhale as you start to paste each vertebrae back onto the mat. Looking so good. So just warming up those glutes, flexion and extension of the spine too. So warming up the spine. Focusing on our breath here to really set us up for the rest of the class. And we're just moving slowly through this, making sure the knees aren't wobbling from side to side. If they are, slow the movement down, okay? Wonderful stuff. If you want to advance it, you're more than welcome to reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Palms are facing one another. Just make sure you're not pulling your shoulder blades out of their sockets, or your shoulders out of their sockets, I should say. We're going to go for 4 more. Core still engaged. All of that weight's in the heels. Last 3. Last 2. On this last one, we're going to hold the hips up. We're going to hold them up there. Hold all of the weight in the heels. Squeeze your glutes. Hold, hold, hold. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to tap the glutes straight down. We're going to lift them up and squeeze. So now you have a flat back. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Woo! Feeling it already. Relax the jaw. Now remember, this is your workout, as I did say earlier on, so don't feel the need to keep up with me with every rep, okay? I want you to focus on your form more than the reps. I say this in every class, quality over quantity. We're going to go for 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Can you hold your hips up? Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, tiny pulses up to the ceiling, tiny pulses. We got 4, we got 3, we got 2, we got 1, hand slowly roll it all the way down. Bring your feet together, connect your feet, connect your knees, okay? If you've got ankle weights on, they will get in the way, but they won't restrict your movements. Okay, inhale to prepare, exhale. We're going to lift up, we're going to lift the glutes up to the ceiling. Inhale here, exhale, tap them back down. Lift them up and squeeze. So now you're going to start to feel your inner thighs switch on, because we're trying to keep the knees and the ankles together. Okay, we don't want them to separate at all. Core still engaged. Oh my gosh. This move seriously switches on my inner thighs. Woo! Let's go. For 4. You're probably thinking, Tash, what kind of a warm-up is this? I'm already warm, you should be too. Let's go for 3. Woo! Last 2. Last one, hold your hips up, hold. Now we're going to disconnect the knees, we're going to open them out to the side. Then we're going to close them together. Then we're going to open them out to the side. We're going to close them together. Keep your hips stable, okay? Don't let them drop. Keep them up. Woo. Breathe. Inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to go for 4. Last 3. Last 2, looking so strong. Last 1, keep the knees open, hold. And we're going to start to pulse the hips up and up and up. Squeeze the glutes. We're here for 4. Last 3, last 2, and last 1. Close the knees and roll all the way down. Whew, wonderful. Hike one knee in towards the chest. You can rock from side to side, just massaging that lower spine. Woo, feeling warm. One hand behind each knee. We're going to rock back and forth, back and forth, making sure not to land on your neck. And until you come all the way up, cross the knees and twist around. Okay, I'm just going to redo my hair here. We're going to come onto all fours. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. I want you to extend your left arm and extend your right leg behind you. Okay, so opposite arm, opposite leg. Inhale to prepare, thumb is to the ceiling. We're going to lift arm and leg, and then we're going to lower them back down. So arm and leg come to shoulder and hip height, and lower it all the way back down. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Make sure that your core is engaged here to prevent you from rocking from side to side, okay? So the mobility is in the arm and the leg. The stability is in the torso, the trunk of the body. Now notice that I haven't dropped my neck. My neck is staying in line with your spine. That is very important, okay? I know you so badly want to look at your leg, but keep that neck in line with your spine. And if you feel that you're starting to sink to the left side hip or that left hip, okay, don't bring that right leg so high, okay? Even if you just bring it just below hip height, that's totally okay. I'd rather you do that than to sink onto the left side. When our muscles start to get tired, we start to sink to the side. We're gonna go for 4, we're gonna start to add. So this is where we're starting to move all the way around our mat. Let's go for 3. Let's go for 2. Let's go for 1. Let's hold it up. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to cross opposite elbow, opposite knee. Round into the spine, chin to chest, and then lift it all the way up. Exhale. Inhale as you extend arm and leg out. Exhale as you round into the spine. Look to your knee. And lift. So now we're getting into the obliques. We're getting into abdominals. And extend out. Let's go for 4. Woo! Try not rock from side to side. Last 3. Last 2. Last one is hold, arm and leg lifted, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse it up. Pulse it up. We're here for 4. 4, 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold that leg where it is. Place your hand, your left hand onto the mat. Now we're going to swivel around to the side. Okay? Swivel around to the side. This right leg now extended. Drop it down to the mat. So now your left hand is underneath your left shoulder. Your left knee is underneath the left hip. Okay, we're going to come to some side kneeling series. So your right hand is going to come to your right hip. Inhale here, open up the chest. And exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So now we're starting to work into those 2 smaller glute muscles. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Some important notes here. Okay, make sure that your chest is not pointing to the mat. Your chest needs to be opened, looking to me. Okay, I say this quite a bit, but you're proud to be in this class today because you showed up for yourself. Lift, lower, point that foot. Lift, and if you're not able to bring your leg to hip height, don't worry about it. Even if you're there, that's totally okay. You'll build up that strength. We're going to go for 4. We're going to start to add. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last one. Hold that leg lifted? Can you extend your top arm, reach it in line with your ear? Okay, now we're going to bend that top leg and we're going to tap the elbow to the knee. We're going to reach it out, look to the floor. Then we're going to tap, look to your knee, and reach and tap. Oh my gosh, my glutes on both sides. And tap. And if you want, you can add a bit of a crunch so we can get into those obliques. Crunch. We're going to go for 4. Woo. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Can you hold that leg extended? Hold. And I'm going to pulse it up. Pulse it up for 4. Oh my gosh. For 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold that leg where it is. Do not hate me. Place this hand, this right hand, back onto the mat. Okay, we're going to swivel around. Move if you need to. Hands are going to come underneath the shoulders. Right leg is still extended behind us. Both of your hip bones are pointing to the mat. We're going to lower the leg. We're going to lift. We're going to lower. We're going to lift. We're going to lower as we did before. We're going to go for 4. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Now I want you to tap that right leg down. Tuck the toes. Then we're going to round it to the spine. Bring that left knee to your nose. Lower it all the way back down. Lift, lower. Left knee to nose, round it to the spine, chin to chest. Lift, lower. Woo, we're moving slow, we're not going fast. We're going to go for 4. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lower it down, bring that right leg up, hold it there. Now, we're going to tap the right toes to the side, so behind the left knee, lift it back up. Tap it behind, lift it back up. Your core still engaged here. You're not sinking into your shoulders, so you're pressing into the palms of your hands. Notice that I'm not leaning to the left side every time I tap my right toes, okay? Just the leg is moving. Everything else in the body is stable. Both of my hip bones are still pointing towards the mat. We're going to go for 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Keep that right leg lifted. It's your last little leg. We're going to go for 10 pulses, 9 pulses, 8, 7, 6. Lengthen that leg. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend it in. Press it all the way back. Child's pose. You can roll out those wrists if they're starting to give a bit of issues. Reach fingertips to the other side of the mat. Sit your glutes down onto your heels. Take a moment to catch your breath. Wonderful. Roll all the way up. And we are going to get started straight into the other side. Okay. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, untuck your toes. This time, we're going to extend the left leg behind us, the right arm in front. Thumb to the ceiling. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. Inhale to prepare on the exhale. We're going to lift them up to shoulder and hip height. We're going to lower them back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Woo! Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Looking so good, looking so strong. We don't have much longer. Breathe. We're going to go for 4. Let's go for 3. Let's go for 2. On this last one, we're going to hold the arm and leg lifted. Hold, 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 hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to cross opposite elbow, opposite knee, round into the spine. Lengthen arm and leg out. Round into the spine, tap. Elbow to knee, lengthen it out. Woo! Let's go. Getting into obliques, getting into those deep core stabilizers here. We're going to go for 3. Let's go for 2. Let's go for 1. Hold arm and leg, lift it, hold it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tiny pulses up to the ceiling. Pulse that heel to the ceiling. Pulse that thumb to the ceiling. You're here for 4, for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Keep that left leg lifted. Place your right hand onto the mat. Swivel around to the side. Okay? If you need to tap your left foot down onto the mat, you can do so. Bring your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Right knee under right hip. Open your chest out. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, we're going to lift that leg. We're going to lower it back down. Lift it up. Lower it down. Lift and lower. Woo! This side gets me more. This is my weaker side, okay? Everyone has one. So if you're feeling it the same as me, you know why. Okay, core still engaged here. Make sure you're not sinking into this right shoulder, so push that ear away from your shoulder. Breathe. I'm going to go for 4. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last one, hold that leg lifted, hold. Can you reach this top arm by your ear? Inhale here, exhale. We're going to tap that elbow to that knee. We're going to reach it out long. Tap and then extend. Tap. Oh my gosh, my glutes. And if you want to add that crunch, you can crunch into the side. Woo! Crunch into the side. Let's get into obliques at the same time. Let's go for 4. Woo! Let's go for 3. Last 2, you have got this. Last one, let's hold that leg lifted. Keep that arm by the ear. Open up the chest. We're going to do tiny pulses up to the ceiling. Tiny pulses with that leg. For 4. For 3. Last 2. Last one, hold that leg where it is. This left hand's going to come to the mat. You're going to swivel around, okay? If you need to tap it down to the mat, do so. If you need to, just adjust yourself. But make sure that right knee is underneath your right hip. Hands underneath the shoulders. Spread those fingertips. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. We're going to lift that left leg to the ceiling. We're going to lower it down and lift. Now, if your wrists are really feeling it here, you are more than welcome to come onto your forearms. Just when we get into the next layer, you might have a bit of restricted movement. Okay? Pause engaged. Both hip bones are staring at the mat. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Tap those left toes down onto the mat. Tuck them under. Round into the spine. Right knee in towards your nose. Lower it all the way back down. Extend, lift that left leg. Tap it down, round into the spine. Woo, woo, woo. That is one hell of a movement. We're going to go for 4. Let's go for 3. Ready, round into the spine. Bring your belly button in to your spine as you round. Tuck. Last 2. You have got this. On this last one, can you keep your left leg extended? Hold it there. We're going to tap that right toe behind, that left toe behind the right. And then we're going to lift it back up to that hip height. Tap it behind, lift it up. Tap it behind, lift it up. You got 4. Woo! Let's go for 3. So you might be feeling this in your hamstrings, completely normal. Specifically the left side. Last 2, nothing else is moving apart from that leg. Last one, hold it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tiny pulses, tiny pulses. Keep that core engaged. Don't let that stomach sink to the mat. You here for 4, for 3, last 2, last 1. Lower those toes down. Step your right foot behind you and come into downward facing dog. Whew. Catch your breath. Place both of your heels down onto the mat. Whew. If you want, you can even run those feet out, so lowering one heel to the mat as the other one lifts. Whew, this feels good on those calves. Let's go for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last one, drop both heels, ripple through the spine, come down onto your knees. Bring your left knee behind your right and sit all the way back. Your right knee will lift, that's totally okay. And then come to center, undo the legs and swap straight to the other side, okay? So right knee is going to come behind your left and we're going to sit all the way back. Ooh, feel that stretch of the glutes. and then undo the legs. Okay, come onto your bums, extend both of your legs long, okay? And then I want you to place your right foot over your left knee. You're going to hug your right knee, with your left arm, and you're going to twist to the right. Feeling a deeper stretch along that glute. And then turn to center and change other side. Left foot comes over right knee. Hug that left knee with your right arm and twist to the side. And then come to center of the body, undo the legs. And have an amazing rest of your day. Please like and subscribe to my content, and I will be uploading more content every Monday and Friday. So see you on the mat.